Heritage just had their Platinum Sports auction, and when taking a look at the cards, there are some crazy expensive sales. Today we're looking at the top 25. The very bottom of the 25, we're looking about $100,000, and there's even a few sales over $1 million. You're going to see a ton of incredible grails and high grade vintage cards, as well as a few basketball cards sprinkled in. So let's take a look at some of these top cards. All right, we're going to start off with this Yaz 1961. And this sold slightly under $100,000, $97,600 for this 10. Second year Topps card. It does have the 1961 rookie over there. I do believe Yaz's first year in the major leagues, though, was 1961. And now the pop's not showing over here. Usually it does. Oh, there's the pop report over here. Only 4 10s out there, which is pretty cool to see. And there's 69 9s out there, with 21 being qualifiers, but I don't usually count those in the videos. And we'll take a look at some past comps. It looks like a 9 right now goes for about $5,000. That's what it sold February 1st. 9 last year also sold for $2,200. A few years ago, 15. But there's no other 10 sales recently, at least through Heritage. There could be otherwise, but 97,000 for the start. It's getting expensive. We're going to have a 52 mantle here in a 5. Pretty terrible centering top to bottom. Looking at this card, left to right, not too bad. Old label 5. This one also sold slightly under 100,000 with $97,600. Yeah, we're going to jump into the next page. Don't worry though, we'll still go backwards and look at some honorable mentions here at the very end. We'll take a look at this other 52 mantle in a 5. Personally, I like the other one a little bit better, but this also sold for $97,600. We're going to have a 48 Bowman wax pack over here. Usually I don't cover the packs and stuff like that. It's $100,000, so I'll still show it really quick. And that's just for one single pack. I do believe, and I could be wrong, but there was a bunch of 48 Bowman packs discovered a few years ago. So the fact that one sells for $100,000 is pretty incredible. Now, I'm curious how many cards come in these packs. Let me see if it mentions it over here. Does not say. Oh, there! I literally missed the last sentence. The nickel pack contained 5 cards, a penny apiece. And how many cards are in the 48 Bowman set? I should probably know that, but it is a loaded set, right? And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this ends up in a collection or if someone wants to end up doing a break on it or something like that. That would be a crazy break. 33 Gaudy Gehrig in an SGC 8. Has the NBA sticker if you care for that. $103,000 as well. And look at this. T206 near complete set. 516 out of the 520 or 524. I can't remember if it's 524 or 520. And that one sold for $112,850. There's some high grades in here. Look, 5s across the board, 3s. Does it mention the set GPA? Okay, it's missing one of the St. Louis variations, which literally just ended at REA. That's another video we just recorded. And then the Big 4. So, 69 have been graded by SGC. How many are by PSA? Or are they a bunch of raw cards? I guess there's a bunch of raws out of here. So, 112 on that side. All right, we're going to jump into something I found that was really, really cool. 68 NBA uncut sheet with 48 cards. This is the test issue. Those test issue cards are super, super expensive, by the way. Let's take a look. It looks like there is also a rip, or yeah, it looks like a rip all the way through here and some others. Wilt, Oscar. Wilt is on there twice. Oscar's on there twice. Do these repeat twice? Let's see. Jerry Lucas. Yeah, so it repeats across the board. Elgin Baylor. This is awesome. 1/28. A card that I'm not familiar with, and obviously I'm not an expert in 90s basketball, but 97 SPX. I move a lot of these die cuts, but they're cheap ones. I didn't know that there was numbered versions of these. This is 25/50 of Jordan, $134,000. All right, we have a T206 Lennox of Ty Cobb 2.5. This one sold for 140, but these cards are extremely tough. A lot of T206 collectors pay up quite a bit for these. Pop report wise, you can see there's very few. 2.5 is the highest graded, then there's a 2, so it's a pop 2, and it sold for 144. Another one sold in 2022, probably same copy, yeah, 2.5, sold for 222,000. Then the good 2 sold for 105,000. So someone resold this and actually took a pretty big hit on this card. Next, we have a Gretzky rookie card, O-Pee-Chee, in a 9. This sold for 140,000. Usually have pretty rough cuts, but this one looks nice and clean. Let's see the other 9 sales: 120, 144, 120. So this one sold for 140, which is a little bit higher. This one seemed like it went pretty cheap. That sold for 102 in comparison to kind of those other sales from 2023 and forward. The pop on this, if you take a look at it, right, there's 95 9s with 2 10s out there. We're jumping up to a Clemente PSA 10 from 1967 Topps. New cert also, you can see it starts with the 1 over here. And you typically don't see those on those. And this is a beautiful copy over here. Nice and bright, no chipping here on the back. This sold for 146,000, and wow, in 2017 this sold for 31,000. So that's quite a big jump. I assume there's 3 in the pop now. Yeah. So back in 2017, this obviously wasn't graded. This was graded probably within the last year or so, and man, what a jump on that side of things. You're talking about 5x essentially. 54 Jackie in a 9. Sold for 152,000. These are notorious for chipping on the back. You can even see it as a 9. This has some subtle chipping, but you're not going to get high grades if you don't adjust for that. Regardless, pretty sharp corners on here. It does have the rough cut. Some people hate, some people like that. 152. How many 9s are there out there? There's 23 9s. And taking a look at stuff, right? 2024, another 9 sold for 81,000. 2023, another 87,000. So this is a pretty big, a substantial jump. And obviously you want to compare both of these cards to, let's see what this 9 looks like. I'm getting out of screen right now, but at least in the front it looks nice. Obviously I'll have to take a look at the back, but crazy compared to those last sales. 2003 Exquisite, no surprise. These are always extremely popular. Kobe Bryant patch autograph. This one is numbered to 75, $158,000 on that side of things. All right, and then a 84 star signed of Michael Jordan, 7.5, near mint with the 9 auto. Auto goes off the card, so that's why I got the 9. 164,000 on this copy. All right, we are jumping into Andy Pafko. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have put Pafko in my 1950s video. Too late now, but I just recently recorded 1950s top 50 cards for baseball. And I put 2 per set. I put honorable mention section. I put a ton of 52s, but I forgot to put Pafko in there. You always forget stuff from these type of videos. But $183,000 on this, and you can take a look at the pop over here. 8 is the highest, minus that 110. Wow, that's incredible. I wonder what that 10 would do in today's market. And it seems like Heritage now has YouTube videos on this side of things. Not too sure. Kind of interesting. Yeah, they're making YouTube videos on these cards. Okay, kind of interesting on that side of things. We'll put this over here. If anyone from Heritage does watch, I'd always be interested in a collab for YouTube stuff. But 183,000 for this 1933 Gaudi NBA Gold on this. One of the 4 Ruth Gaudis out there. It looks pretty clean across the board. 183,000. Always super popular. 53 Mantle in an 8.5. I always look at the red border down here because this chips quite a bit. And gold NBA as well. Again, if you care about that. And it does have the PWCC A. So I assume this sold at one point on PWCC. Doesn't have the SGC pop. And that is one thing I don't like about SGC. Their pop is all over the place. PSA pop is really easy. But I send most of my cards to SGC for grading. But I use a lot of PSA pop numbers in videos. Yeah, 189,000 on this side of things. We have a UD3 1997 Michael Jordan season ticket auto card I've never seen before, and kind of like it. Has to be super, super tough. 201,000. It says pop 3-2 higher. Let's take a look at that pop report. One's an authentic. There's 5s, 6s. There's a lot out there. And also, I kind of wish this over here had the total pop built to the side. Kind of like how they have done the PSA website. But has to be a super rare Jordan auto for this to sell for $201,000. All right, Shohei, 2024 Tops Now. Is this the 50-50 club? That's the 50-50. And that sold for $225. That's what a card a lot of people were chasing when they were opening up those Tops rips. Or Tops Now, I should say. And I will say props to Tops for how they kind of rebuilt out the demand for Tops Now. 52 Mantle Silver over here for NBA. And 7.5, this one sold for $231,000. This copy over here. A duel of Jordan and LeBron. 23 patches. Exquisite on-card autos. 9 of 23. $237,000 on this. Right. 66 Topps Baseball. I skipped this originally, like boxes and packs, but still show you guys this 66 Topps Baseball 4th Series wax box, $341,000 baseball card exchange wrapped. Card I'm excited about to see. T210 Joe Jackson, Old Mill. These are so tough, man. I've owned a few Old Mills. They actually move pretty good. And Jackson, best one in there. There's also Stengel, who goes for quite a bit as well. I want to say Stengel's at least a $10,000 card. It could be way under on that too. Obviously depends on grades and stuff like that too. But Series 8 for the Joe Jackson, 378,000 on this specific copy. Jump into 1951 Bowman Mantle on a 9, 390,000 for this copy. We're getting some really expensive cards now. We're getting towards the top on that side thing. Does this also have a YouTube video? So I'm curious why that Pafko had a YouTube video, but this didn't. All right, we're jumping into a 55 Clemente and a 9. We've reached the $1 million threshold. Of course, this happens too, as I mentioned, right after my 55 or my 1950s video. But regardless, another sale for $1 million plus on this 55 Clemente. And the most expensive sale for this auction, 1916 M101 Babe Ruth in a 7. Incredible card. $1.372 million. So what I want to do, we'll look at a few categories really quick. And we'll also look at like the next few pages. And what I'll say too is if you guys do enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, so let's take a look at that first. So what I'll do is go over here. Do they have it? Sports category. Let's see, non-sports only has 7. Same with other sports. So non-sports has a Hogan 9 with an autograph, but Beatles colors. This is pretty impressive. Look at that, 1935 Mickey Mouse collection. These are extremely popular series. 35 packs, $31,000. Are they unopened packs? We're going to look at that. Okay, I'm also going to look really quick at sports category over here. And we'll jump into... Well, I guess there's not much for other sports and stuff like that. So we'll just look at some other pages. But I want to just double check this one. Are these all unopened packs? $35. Wow. This feels cheap, to be honest with you. This feels cheap. And I don't even know if this is... I know there's like two types of these 1935s. And they also have like a second designation also. I'm not sure how or like what packs those are all specifically in. This is amazing. Great buy. Obviously, you don't have the money to drop on something like this, but this was a great buy from someone. So what I'll do now is we'll take a look at like page 2 and page 3. If anything really stands out. Obviously, there's a ton of great cards, right? You're looking at these. I'm not even covering them. They sold for like $90,000. So I'm just going to look for other stuff. This made my 50s video, so we'll just cover that really quick. This is a pretty tough one on that side of things. So the Menko, this is a 367,000. So it's about in line with what was in the video. I think there was like a 2 or 2.5 we used a comp for. It was well over $50,000. So most expensive Menko in the 50s. Outsells Sadadaro O stuff as well. And then cream butter, Babe Ruth, very, very tough one. These, you don't see that often. And let's take a look at the pop just to show you. It's going to load it up a second. And you can see like the highest is a 5. There's 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 in the PSA pop. I would assume there's some in SGC. I've seen some of these in SGC subs before. Not necessarily Ruth, but other players in that set. But these are very, very tough. All right. What else is over here? Jim Rice in a 10. That's kind of cool. McAdoo there. Knapp in an 8. Go like 2 more pages. But again, feel free to go through their auctions, see what they have. I mean, there's a lot of really incredible stuff. Still, this amazes me. I would have thought that one for more, but I obviously don't follow the wax market as much. I do follow a lot of non-sports. That's my main expertise, I'd say, at this point. But yeah, that is it for this absolutely loaded auction. What I will say, we're recording 3 different auction recaps this week. So Heritage, REA, as well as vintage non-sports auctions. So if you do enjoy these videos, probably check out the others as well. You'll probably get some entertainment value from that. If you want anything, let me know as well, and I will catch you in another video.